Yo, what is good, guys? It's your boy Yellow. We're gonna be going over those trade recaps um for today and the past like 2 or 3 days that I missed. I know I told you guys I'd have daily trade recaps, but I've been super busy with a bunch of different things. My mind drew to a blank there. Sorry, guys. But yeah, we're gonna be going over the trades. I'm gonna start off with the trade that I took today. We took all these trades, by the way, live in my Discord, which you guys can literally join for free. Hop in, live trade with us every single day. I'm gonna be going over the entry, why I took the trade, what I was looking for, my entry, exit, all of that, etc. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first trade we took were those QQQ 425, 418 puts. Um, Entry was at 65. A contract took 25 contracts. It was like a $1,600 initial position, but I did wind up averaging on 2 contracts with the rest of my buying power. So let's go into this. We were watching the market on live initially. Have a nice push to the upside. We were actually looking for a pullback right around here for an entry on calls. I didn't quite get the entry I was looking for. I wanted this to come back around this 425.10 level right here. We didn't get that. So next thing I looked at was this high we have right where we made on the 5 minute, right? So we came up, broke this high, took this out right here. And this is where I started looking for a short position because I noticed we started to get weak around here. Now let's go to the 1 minute where I took this trade, or at least my entry. All right, so right here, like I said, this high taken out. Bing, bang, boom, right? So we take out this high, come back down, find a new low where we push back up, take out a new high again, right? So once we took this high out, came back down, I noticed we kept wicking off this level right here, which is also the bottom of this fair value gap, right, that we have on the 5 minute. There we go. All right, so I'm going to show you guys this real quick. All right, so you can see here 5 minute fair value gap on this imbalance right here that we came up, kept wicking off of on the 1 minute. And this is where I was looking to start to go short. So once I entered right around here, I believe. We ended up pushing up, breaking highs once again, and market was kind of just chopping. We were just making higher lows, higher highs, right? Here, etc. So I knew I had a bias that we were still going to pull back. Market was not looking that strong. QQQ at first was also looking a lot weaker than SPY was. The market as a whole was not looking too strong today. And I noticed we were also overextended coming into PM session. We wound up coming all the way up. I held my contracts. They did go down around 45%, I think, at lowest, which I would never tell you guys to hold contracts that long. But this week, we've been getting faked out of a lot of trades just because of our entries. It's just been a tough week to try and get entries on. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been having a lot of trouble this week with finding entries, and it happens. Everybody has weeks like that. But we came up, retested the top of this fair value gap, cleared this imbalance, internal range liquidity, took this out, right? After that, we had a perfect rejection straight to the downside. This is where our entry should have been, right? I just jumped the gun a little bit too early on those puts because I've been missing a good amount of moves this week, and I didn't want to hesitate on a move. So I kind of jumped the gun. That was on me. But we did wind up coming down. I took my first scale around here at, I think, 30 or 35% once this candle broke through this level, because this was my initial first take profit, which would have put us at around 20%. I always like to scale my first set of contracts at around 20%. But what happened was the premiums on these contracts got burned, right? There was a lot of chop going on. We pushed up a good amount, and right here we chopped for another 20 minutes at this 426.6 level, which was my initial first take profit. Once we knifed through there, we got a nice break through, broke structure here, and then that's where we got our first scale, like 80 contracts, like 30%, scaled out 7, I believe there. Yeah, 7, I think, there, and retested this level perfectly with a rejection, and then we continued to just push straight down after that, a slow bleed down before having a few nice volume candles. Just keep pushing the market down. We took another scale here and another scale here, and then my final contract I took out for 190, I believe, for 200% right here at this low at 423.5, which was my last take profit. So yeah, guys, we were able to make like a 43% gain on the account as a total. It was like an $850 gain on from this trade. Well needed trade, guys. Challenge account's been kind of sideways this week, so it was nice to have a decent sized winning trade, I guess. So the second trade, or the trade we took yesterday, which was on Wednesday, were these SPY 502 417 puts. We took 15 contracts at $70 a contract. We played trend model here, which I'm going to explain to you guys in a second. As you can see here, we were coming down. We had a nice downtrend forming since coming down from open, right? We were making lower lows, higher lows, consistently breaking structure, breaking structure, breaking structure. Once we broke this structure, I waited for an entry, right? Looked for an entry. And you guys are going to notice that a lot of the times I am using fair value gaps as my entry or entry model, because in my opinion, I've had good success rate with them, good profitability rates with them. So I use them as one of my main entry models, and you guys are going to probably learn that pretty quick. Gotta stop saying my bad. Anyway, we came up here. Once we broke this structure, I saw this imbalance right here, or fair value gap, whatever you want to call it, where we pushed into this twice, took out the middle of this fair value gap, and I took my entry right here, right? We came down to about 5035, where we got our first scale for 20% on those contracts. I think I took 4 of them. I took 3 of them there at 84 for 20%, where we pushed back up, continued to hold these. We came back, retested this level, and I was noticing some consolidation around here, and I wasn't really too much of a fan of that. And I was watching these highs right here on this last candle. Once we snapped out of these highs, I stopped my contracts out at break even, which is unfortunate. But with these small accounts, these smaller challenge accounts, guys, you got to make sure you're managing your risk, because 9 times out of 10, if you hold these positions after you already take your first scale and your cons are coming back to break even and your position is starting to look like it's turning direction, you're going to wind up closing the trade red 9 times out of 10. So we played it smart. We managed our risk, and that's what I'm trying to teach a lot of you guys too, is that you need to be able to manage your risk here. You got to stay disciplined. When you have a strategy and you have a mindset going into the market, you have a plan. That's what I meant to say. When you have a plan going in every day, you got to follow it with these small accounts, right? It's the only way you're going to grow and maintain the account. But we did wind up flushing down for the rest of the day, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we did get out of that trade green, thankfully. We took it for like a $34 profit, I think. Nothing crazy. Put the account somewhere at around, like I said, I think I said earlier, it was like 1780. Because I know we took a loss on Tuesday, which I'm going to recap. I think it was Tuesday or Monday, but I'm going to recap that next. But, yeah, guys, pretty simple. Nothing crazy about this trade. Nothing super technical. Literally just entered off trend model, retest of a internal liquidity level, whatever. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's hop into Tuesday's trade. All right, guys, so the trade we took Tuesday, which was our losing trade, which is, I'm actually glad I'm able to show you this, because I'm going to show you guys an example of a failed fair value gap retest, because I know I was just explaining to you guys how I like to use fair value gaps as my entry model, But you guys got to also understand, no matter what, no strategy is going to work 100% of the time. So you guys got to make sure you're aware of that and adjust your trade accordingly, right? So here is open. As you can see here, at open, we came down. We had a nice flush to the downside where we found a low right here around 502.9. We pushed back to the upside and then rejected off this high right here, this little consolidation period. We rejected this, got a nice move off of that down to the downside where we then broke structure right here. Okay. And as you can see here, while we were pushing down, this candle right here formed an imbalance, which gave us that fair value gap right here. And yeah, so we broke structure, formed that imbalance there. We came up, we tested it once, wicked off, rejected, tested again, wicked off, and this is where we took our entry right here, where we wound up getting stopped out. This candle pushed through, completely filled this internal liquidity, right? And then it looked like we were going to get a nice rejection move down because we kept failing to break out of it. And then we had some volume. We had buyers kick in right around here at 11:20, where we got this nice candle to push right through, which showed strength in the market that we were going to probably look for a reversal. And yeah, we continued to push up where I stopped out. I got stopped out at around 20 or 25%, I believe. Yeah, we took a 25% loss on that, 22.5% loss. Which is, you know, what happens. Market didn't do much after. We kind of just consolidated for the rest of the day. There was no crazy moves or anything like that. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys that no matter what, no strategy is going to work and be perfect every single time. So like I said, you guys just got to be aware of that. And these kind of things happen. All right, guys, so those two trades we took on Monday, I'm going to save for a separate video because I can make a 15 to 20 minute lesson on those two trades. There's a lot of technicals that I want to break down and go over with you guys because I feel like it'll be super beneficial for a lot of you. So I'm going to save those two trades for a separate video. And yeah, that will pretty much wrap up this trade recap, guys, for the trades we took. Not a great week, not a terrible week. We finished green. I mean, my goal for this week was to finish the challenge count over 3,000. We're sitting right at 2,600 coming into tomorrow, which is Friday. So we could easily take one or two trades. Hopefully price action sets up nicely so we could take some trades early on. Get in, get out, be done. And yeah, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up. If you guys have questions, like always, you can either drop them in the comments or hop in the Discord, ask me in the Discord. Try to get back to everyone. And yeah, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up. I will catch you guys on the charts tomorrow. Peace.